Right, hello, cool. I want to play Kerbal Space Program today. It was a bit of a pain in the arse to get set up because it's not running at 60 FPS, even on full screen mode. But I kind of wanted to play it because I haven't played it in a very long ass time, and I like the game. It's fun. It's a fun game, and I used to play it a lot actually when it first kind of came out, and I just haven't played it in a while. So I thought let's have a look at it today. There's no mods, and I probably won't play in career mode because I like just playing in sandbox mode. It's a hard enough challenge building a fucking spaceship, a rocket in a plane as it is, let alone kind of do career mode stuff. I'm not very good at this game anyway, and I haven't played it in fucking forever. This no flights in progress, year 1, day 1, 0 minutes. Well, I might as well load that up because that's just basically a black save. I'm hoping this will run at a good 60 FPS. So I'm playing this in windowed mode because full screen mode doesn't like that. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, but it doesn't like it. So yeah. But anyway, God, it's been a long time since I played this game. I want to go to the moon, I guess. Thanks, game. I guess I want to go to the moon. Oh, Boomerang launch site. That's new. Not seen any of this stuff before. Obviously, that's Island Airfield. Desert Airfield, Desert Launch Site. That's one to look at, maybe. Sites. So I have played this game so much. I have 600. Actually, it's not that much. I played 600 hours of this game so far, but it's been such a long time since I played it. I have no idea what's new. I need to make sure if I ever click this button, I don't accidentally go just above it and hit the X button, because that would really suck. But anyway, we're going to jump in and build something. I'm hoping I don't need to worry too much about what's at the very bottom of the screen. I don't think, apart from these little things down here, there's a button there I can't click. There's a reset button. What does that do? I don't know what that does. Oh, it resets the staging. That's what that... Right. Okay, so I want to go to the moon. I want to build a rocket. What the hell is this? What the hell's that? What is this? Not very rocket shaped, whatever it is. I want to get into space. I want to remind myself how to build a rocket to get into space. But that's the first thing I'm going to do, because I've got no idea what I'm doing. I want to basically build a big ass rocket. Mark II command pod, like the Soyuz rocket. Nice. So we're going to need a top stage, probably. That's new, a drain valve. Yeah, we could do one of those. That'd be fantastic. Let's stick a big fat fuel tank on here somewhere. You can change. You can change the way it looks, because they've kind of homogenized the parts a little bit, haven't they? From what I remember. That's too small. Okay. Rapier. What I want. Pound is a little bit big. Area's a bit small. They're not an engine that's that size. I've played such a long time. Liquid fuel engine. Go. I'll do. What size pod is this? What kind of radius is it? No idea. It doesn't say. What's this? Cargo? Oh wow, you're building bases and crap like that. Ooh, that certainly is interesting. Flags. That's cool. What do I have in my saves? A whole bunch of stock stuff. I suppose I have literally just deleted it because I reinstalled Kerbal Space Program hoping it would fix my frame rate issues, so I've just basically deleted every single craft I've ever made in this game. Fantastic. Anyway, a little bit small. Mainsail, that doesn't look how I remember it looking. The skiff. Okay, well I think for an upper stage, that looks fine. Okay, it's 1.875. Fine, go with that. I need a parachute, because otherwise my Kerbals will just hit the floor. Oh, it tells you how much Delta V you've got. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's new, that's not something I remember having in this game. God, that is such a tiny ass nose cone. That is fucking huge. Right, I need a parachute. Be in payload? Thermal, electrical, air? Am I just being stupid, or is there not parachutes? I feel like even aerodynamics. Fan shroud. What? Ducted fan engine. Wait, is there like propellers or something? My god, there's so much here I don't really know. What's this? A grip strip? What is all this stuff? Robotics? Coupling? Well, that's the sort of stuff I know about. Inflatable air. Oh, does that go out? Oh, it does. That's cool. Doing? What am I doing? How am I supposed to stop this guy from crashing and burning if I can't put a parachute on it? Oh, utility. There we go. Probably should have seen that. Vertotron. Gonna want some power on here. Move that out of the way. Put a battery. Again, it's not the right size. Fine. That's fine. Not a problem. Let's just put a couple of batteries on here. Just to make sure power. Vertical alignment? That's not a thing. Okay. I remember using it with mods. Too small. Perfect. That's the right size. I obviously don't want the parachutes to go off when the engine goes off, because that would be bad. I want so I want a bigger engine. Big fat fuel tank. Is there a structural converter? Nope, too small. Way too small. Again, it's too small. That's too big. It's gonna have to be just... That's massive. But there isn't an engine. What's the point in having this 1.82875 fuel tank? There's no converters to other sizes. Wrong thing. Structural... Oh, you can make it look different. Oh, that looks nice. Too big. Too small. That's too... Oh. What is the point? I don't get it. What even is the point? I'll tell you what I can do. I can put that on there and I can always raise it up. That is a big ass fuel tank. Rocker Max Jumbo. Right, let's get a fucking mainsail on here because I know what that is. pull that up, please? There we go, that looks better. More sensible. It looks a little bit dodgy, but it's more sensible than it was. Get some struts on there as well. You can never have too many struts. Why is that on mirror mode? How did I turn it to mirror mode? M? God, it's been such a long time. R. Ah, pressing R. Okay, good. Just want to make sure that they're connected properly. This is a bit of a weird looking rocket, but could be worse. Could certainly be worse. And I'll tell you what, we should get some solid boosters on here. Nice big fat solid fuel booster on there. Wow, those are big. Can I change those? I'll change the colour of those. Yeah, that will do. That should get me off the ground. Nice. Give the nose cone on there, really. Aerodynamic. Tad on the small side. Tad on the large side. Again, too small. You filter these sides. You can. But it kind of covers everything and doesn't, not just necessarily nose cone. Very small nose cone. Tiny nose cone. Did it not just have a simple... There we go, 2.5. Yeah, that's alright. Put that down there. This could be better. I mean, I've got 5 kilometers a second. Like, at the moment, I just want to get into space. I just want to remind myself. Space Rocket 1. I don't have any electric generation. Stick some of that on there as well. Probably do with maybe like a delta wing, a couple of delta wings down here. There. Keep the rocket stable in vertical flight. Well, in non-vertical flight, I suppose. And what else? We've got a parachute to stop us from just falling. My Kerbal from just falling to death. What else could we have? What else? I don't know. I've got no idea. At the moment, it's not trying to dock with anything, so it's just some launch clamps, launch stuff. Be nice. Not what I want to do on the whole thing. Still remember a bunch of the keybinds though. Yeah, let's take that off there and move that there. Power generation. We don't need RCS. Oh, we maybe want like an SAS ability, whatever it's called. SAS. Actually, there should be more than enough in there as it is. Okay. Bring it right down there. I like it. I know it's more efficient, but it higher because that way it's kind of got less distance to go. But it's hardly like, yeah, I don't think it hardly makes a difference. Right. So boosters, main engine, got that in that order. Yep, that's fine. Well, I'm probably gonna find this has got way too much Delta V. and I'll get into space. Probably I'll probably even be able to get to the moon with this rocket. I have no idea. Right, who we got? We've got, I can't see. We've obviously got Jeb, and we've got Bill. The view from inside this one. Very nice. How do I get out? How do I get out of this view? E, C. Here we go. Right. And SES on. That is very loud. Holy crap. Could have done with some struts. Right. We're off. We're launching. Don't need to use my main rocket as much. Because otherwise I'll just use all my fuel up. Is that actually pulling fuel? It is pulling fuel from there. Wonderful. I felt like I wanted to put some struts between the main kind of body of the booster and solid fuel boosters, but it's fine. God, it's been so long since I played this game. I have no idea what if I'm doing it. If I'm doing everything right, I could be doing everything wrong. I feel like I'm doing it. God, these boosters were goddamn overkill. Holy crap. These boosters alone are going to take me into, are going to get me up to 100 kilometers, which I think is minimum orbit height. Yep. Or it's a pretty solid orbit height. Right. I don't know, where do I want to get up to? Like 200? The only problem is I don't have any RCS on this thing. So when I get to the top of my orbit, I'm not going to have any ability to adjust my rotation. There we go. Fantastic. Add maneuver. Round. Do I have any attitude control? I have a little bit. I can rotate very slowly. Wonderful. Been a long time since I played this game, but still, dive right back in, and I know what I'm doing. The only problem is I can't see what it says down there. I don't think I need to know what it says down there. I can't remember. That's like estimated burn time, isn't it? Ah, yes. Probably a little bit early. Yeah, in fact, I was majorly early. I can't see what the burn time is, so I've got no idea when I should start burning. I thought I was going to take longer. Right, let's create a new maneuver here. Node in 20 something seconds. Can't see what it says, so I'm going to start burning about 10. That sounds about right to me. I still remember all these things. I still remember the ins and outs of this game. Although the problem is, I'm going to be in orbit with a big ass rocket booster strapped to me. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Yeah, it's a couple of kilometers on either side, but it's a very nice circular orbit. Lovely. So I've managed to get to orbit, and I could probably get to the fucking moon if I I want to, which I kind of want to. Where could I get to from here? I don't want to spend too much time warping around the solar system. Okay, let's try and get to the moon. Ooh. Like, that'll slingshot me out of the... Right, that'll put me on a return orbit. Periapsis for the moon. Let's... I want to do a lunar fly past on with a return orbit. Bring that really... How close can I bring that to the moon and still put me on a return orbit? I want to get like really close. I want to basically be able to touch the moon. What? Activate navigation? Like... Which way do I want to get? Ooh, I think if I want to get really close to the moon. Yeah, come from that side of the moon. That'll bring me really close. 200,000. 1,000 again. I want to get like, ooh, 40,000. 40 kilometers. One. That's a collision course. Perhaps. Right, that's nice and close to the lunar surface. 700. I've got loads. I've got 2,000 meters a second in this stage alone. I'm going to be able to come back on this fucking booster. And I could probably, and I'll be able to slow myself down with it as well. Use it as an air brake. You fucking, like, land with it if I really try. If I don't know, I probably couldn't land with it. But let's go. Let's go visit the moon. I'm not equipped to. Actually, I probably am equipped to land on it with this engine. I haven't got a clue, but we'll see. I don't ever want to try and land on the moon. I don't have any landing legs. That's the problem. It's probably going to take about 20 seconds. This burn. So that means I need to start burning at 7. Thereabouts. Or like 8. Let's go. SAS to the maneuver node, and we're coming back at quite a steep angle. They're steep, like a slightly odd angle, but it's fine. 40. That's alright. It's not quite what I wanted. Maybe I could just turn it around and slow it back down a little bit. Point retrograde ship. Press the button. Like, I've never really been very good at this game. I can play it. Like, I can get to the moon. I can land on the moon. I've not done it in a long ass time. Land on the moon. Land on Minmus. I've been to places like Jewel, and I've never landed on Lathe. I do land on Lathe. Like, I can get to the other planets. Like, not super effectively. Like, I can brute force my way there. But like, if I wanted to build... Oh, look at that, 20 kilometers, and that will still bring me... It's alright. I've got fuel. That's not a problem. Right, we're going to warp to the moon. In a ship that I totally didn't design for it, but we're still good. I think my ascent profile was pretty good. I always like seeing the kind of projection. It doesn't really Not quite what's going to happen. Now, what's going to happen if I stay here? I'd come back around at 80 something. Hello. Thanks for coming by. Right. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thanks for following me. I've got no intention of landing. We're just gonna do a nice close flyby of the moon, wave it as we fly by, and then we'll come back with a lander. I have to admit, I'm quite proud of myself not having played this in probably like 3 years. It can't have been that long, and still managing to. In fact, I've over-engineered this rocket. But anyway, because I remember, like, when you first start playing this game, like, getting into orbit is a major feat. Where are you from? I'm from the south of England, so I've got pretty posh British accent. What? But yes. Oh, look, here we go. We're flying past the moon. It's dark, unfortunately. We're on the wrong side of the moon. Bet we could land. I really bet we could land. How fast do we go? We're only going at 800. I think I don't know if these little engines would be strong enough to get me off the surface of the moon. Oh, nice. 70 miles east of London. I'm trying to think of where that is. That would be somewhere in Norfolk. That way, kind of. Essex. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I have no idea. No connection to the Suffolk yet. Somewhere around there. No connection to the satellites, but who cares? Oh, I don't know if these engines would be good enough to get me back off the surface of the moon. Because I don't really want. I don't want to cheese it. I don't want to F5 and reload because that's boring. They die. That's it. I could totally land. That's not the problem. The landing isn't the big deal. And I'm coming up to Terry Apps anyway. The problem is it's dark. You can land in the dark. It's not a big deal. Well, to be fair, actually, it's only going to take us probably about 1,000 meters a second to get to the surface. So we can probably get this to slow right down. And still use the mainsail to get back up off the moon. Right, I don't want to kind of come down at too steep an angle. Could do it. I think I can do it. We're gonna give it a go. We're gonna definitely give it a go. Might be tricky. Well, explosions are what make Kerbal Space Program, really, aren't they? We'll see. If it fails, it fails. We'll give it a go. It'll be fine. Just gotta try, haven't we? I was only planning on getting into orbit, but this is fine as well. Get a little bit closer to the surface before I start burning my big engine. I think I'm gonna need the big engine to kick me off the surface. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get off the surface with tiny ass little engines. I think I might be able to, but I don't know. I don't really want to risk it. If it was on Minmus, possibly, but I don't think so on the moon. The moon has got not small surface gravity, but it's probably enough to keep me there, or at least keep these guys here, Bill and Jeb. I can try and mount a rescue mission, but I'm not that good at landing on target. I don't know how to land on target, really. Never really tried. I know you have to kind of align the orbits and whatnot. A bit of a burn. I've played like 600 hours KSP in total. Not recently. Like, I used to play it a lot when I was back in college. That was kind of fun. And I was never really that good at it. That's the thing. I've never really been that good at it. I know how to play it. I know how to get places. But if it's like, I can't build I've never built a single stage to orbit anything. Like a plane, that is, space plane. But it's good. I've always enjoyed the game. I like playing it with mods. But I've got no mods installed because it's been so long since I played it. I just wanted to see what the game was like now. Definitely looking forward to Kerbal Space Program 2 coming out eventually. I really need to kill my horizontal stuff before I try and land. God, this is going to be ridiculously hard with this engine. I'm going... Where am I going? I think I'm going back up. No, I'm dropping like a stone. And I'm not facing the right way. I want to point retrograde. As long as I'm pointing retrograde, I should be fine, right? Right, I need a bit of thrust so I can actually see how close I am to the ground. Like, KSP is just hard to run, regardless. It depends on what you're building, like a rocket and stuff. You can run it maybe at like 20 FPS. I remember playing it on my laptop in college. I could barely run it, but it was still fun. I could never really build anything big, but it was fine. I could build some stuff. God, this engine is too much. Come on, land. Land and stay upright, please. Okay, I'm going up now. Oh, no. Point upwards. I want to point upwards. This is not good. This is not what I want. I don't want to be going up. I want to be pointing up. I should have put some RCS on this thing. The problem is there's no RCS on this rocket. So I'm entirely relying on just the SAS of the capsule. I mean, to be honest, KSP isn't a particularly optimized game anyway. Like, even... Oh my god, no, I'm getting way too close to the surface, I feel like. Even though I've got a pretty beefy computer, like, it can't run more than 20 FPS in full screen mode anyway. Just because it's not very... I don't think I'm going to successfully land this without crashing. I've got too much sides, like, sliding going on. You know what? Screw it. Goodbye, main booster. Hello, little baby engines. Main booster will just... Oh, these engines will be fine. Press the ocean button to see true altitude. Oh, that's really helpful. Oh, I've still got both my engines. No, I don't. Nope. Well, okay. That could have gone worse. They're at least alive. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. Oh, well, I tried. It's really annoying because if I just let my rocket, because I had landed fine. I'd landed fine. And then I pressed the throttle and that was that, really. Anyway, let's put down a flag. There's nothing... Oh, I can take my helmet off. That wasn't a button when I last played. I really don't... I kind of wanted to do it, but I don't know if I do. I'm going to plant a flag first. Nice. You know what, Jeb? First, moon landing. Landing. Oh, I should put that in. Landing. There we go. Inverted commas. There we go. Right, so Jeb, you're going to take one for the team and do some science by removing your helmet. Oh, you can't remove your helmet! Well, fine. Let's try it. I'm gonna have to try and rescue them. Hey, we've got a nice flag. We're here. the moon is their home for the time being. I don't know if I'm gonna even be able to rescue them, but we'll see. Do an official moon landing. They might have to walk back to the moon capsule. See them there. You can see them there. Space Rocket 1 and the flag. Can't see the flag because it's not on here. Cool. Fortunately, they're fairly equatorial. That should make my life a little bit easier. Right, we're gonna build a proper moon lander this time. It was a good rocket, but we need a lander to get these boys back. We only need one dude in the capsule. We don't need 3. So goodbye, Bob and Valentina. You can change the outfits. That's something I didn't know you could do. Ah. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That is pretty cool. God, it's been so long since I've played this game. Time for a rescue mission. We're gonna end up trying to rescue these dudes. We're gonna end up with just accidentally building a colony on the moon, just from failed rescue missions. But we'll see. So let's get a fuel tank on the bottom of here. We need. That's way too big. A little bit excessive. Okay, well I'll let you know if I need help. I think I've played enough where I feel like I should be able to do it. It's just the hassle of aligning my orbit, my landing site, getting my landing site right. Really. Right, that's a engine. Fuel tank I can use. I need an engine. I don't know. Is that one a bit much? How thrust has that got? 250 kilonewtons of thrust. I feel like that should be enough. That should be enough to get us off the ground on the moon. And get us home. I don't know if that's enough fuel. There's only 491 meters a second of fuel. Gonna need some more fuel. You do like a side baguette fuel tank. Bit more? Maybe a slightly bigger. You can bottom left button. In the bottom, let's see if it has enough on. Where's that button? Is it a button down there? The problem is I'm playing this on. Here we go. Kerbin, the moon. Here we go. Vacuum. So you can see, right? So you can see it's Delta V in certain places. That's really helpful, actually. Thank you for letting me know. So actually that's got quite a lot of Delta V when you're in space. That's cool. I suppose that's mainly where it really counts. Space. Are attracted. Yes. Oh fuck it, I'm gonna put those on there because they look kind of cool. Right, we want some RCS because that was a big problem with the last rocket, was it had no RCS on it at all. And that caused it to crash. At least with a little bit, we should be fine. We need a reaction wheel. We don't need one. There's no way. What's with the lower res texture? Oh, okay. There's no way I was going to play this in career mode because it's just been so long, and it's just I don't know. I'm just not that good. I'm just not that good at this game. Good enough at this game to enjoy playing career mode. Which one do I want? Slower. Oh, okay, so that's a drogue chute. That's a main chute. It's not going to be that heavy. It's not too heavy. Could be fine. Right. We're going to need actually some RCS tank. Very helpful. and then we're going to need some power of some description, otherwise they're just going to be floating around in the dark, and I wouldn't really want to be floating around in space in the dark if that were me. So that's good. Some batteries. Well, again, I think this rocket is going to be really overkill for what we actually want, what we're using it for. Don't need a ladder. That's going to be in a bit of a way, a little bit in the way, isn't it? Might be able to. Yeah. 8,000 meters second total for moon landing and return. Okay, that'll be helpful. Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. That should also give me plenty of RCS as well. Assuming that'll be fine. That won't have a problem retracting, extending and retracting. Well, we'll see. It could blow up and it could be annoying. Bad. Need a ladder. Doesn't need to be on. Perfect. Yeah, perfect ladder. Wonderful. So we need a heat shield. God, I have no idea where anything is. Enough. Yeah, good. Right, coupling. Let's get a. Do you want a stack separator? I don't know, it creates more debris, doesn't it? Oh, cool. Well, thanks for popping in anyway. I'll see you later. And follow as well. 2.5 meter. Let's bring this. It's a little bit excessive. I could make a big ass rocket for this, couldn't I? Oh, I need to check my staging. Always check your staging, because it'll just end up blowing up. And I kind of want to avoid, as I said, doing like quick loads, because it's just not that fun. Takes away from the fun. God, how big do these get? Oh my god, how big is that? Looks a bit dumb, really. Just strap a big fuck off engine on that, and you'd be good to go. That's not a big engine. That's even that's tiny. What kind of engine fits on there? And that's too small. Small. Is there even an engine that fits on this thing? Is it just? That's obviously a Vector. A standard Reliant. Those are great. Mastodon is too small. Even that's a little bit too small. What do you do with this, like, beefy, chunky thing you got there? Like, it's just, you can't do anything with it, really. Right, let's do some, another one of those. So we need 8,000. We'll get another. Let's get another mainsail. I like the mainsail. It's fun. That's 3,000 on there. Good. So 1,600 should be enough to land and get back into. In theory, that's the plan. So we're going to want some boosters of some description on here, aren't we? Either some solid fuel ones and maybe some asparagus stuff. Some asparagus boosters. Is that still the meta? Is that still the way to do these things? There. And because last time it was wobbling around like a bitch, I'm going to put some struts. Or not, because there's some struts on it. And then I'm going to have got 6,000. Gonna put some asparagus boosters on here, because that's a thing. don't know which ones are going to go first, the solid or the asparagus. It will be the solid because I won't be using much of the asparagus fuel lines. Oh, that's cool. So many new parts that I just don't recognise. What? How big is that one? That's like a 1.85 or something. A 1.25. This rocket is going to be either really excessive or not going to work because I've over-engineered it. We'll see. Need to be the reliant on there. There we go, that's fine. So we want... So the asparagus will come off first. So now the boosters will come off first, then the asparagus, then the main stage. We need some aerodynamics on that because at the moment it's like flying a pancake. I'll probably put another fuel tank on there. Right, so we need some fuel lines. Really isn't that much difference. It's made, there's like 6,000 meters a second now. 6.5. Have enough oomph. Get some ones with more oomph, maybe. That's got less. Okay. I could just... That seems to have more... Well, of course it does, because it's using less fuel. Because that has more delta V. But it'll be fine. Suppose I'll just turn the engines down when at the start. We'll give this a go. Right, we're going to want some control. Not me, down here. The boosters are lowest. So it's all strutted up as well. We've got power, we've got SAS, we've got RCS. Right, let's put on some of the launch stability enhancers. I can raise things up just a smidge. Right. Got some RCS, we've got some SAS, we've got loads of fuel, we've got some asparagus staging, because that's a thing, that's always fun. I'll tell you what would be really helpful. Landing lights. Because landing lights will tell you, kind of help you land. They'll tell you, kind of give you a visual indicator of how close you are to the floor. Press the command pod up and away from the rocket. Well, that sounds cool, but I don't know how much use that's going to. It's like a storage container. Well, I've got 2 extra spaces in it, so it's fine. We're good. I love the music. It's so good. It's so chill and just relaxing. I'm scanning arm. Those. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to do some googling if I want to know what half this stuff does. Okay, so this is the Muna rescue rocket. Shame you can't paint them. Like, it'd be nice to be able to paint my rockets a nice colour. Like, a vibrant blue or like a hot pink or something like that would be fantastic. Well, it does. It looks very similar to my other rocket, but yeah, it's fine. So we've got in total 6,000 meters a second in space. Should, as long as we have a full tank of fuel when we start landing the landing process, I think we'll be fine. Oh, there we go. That increases it if it's staged correctly. Even still, it's 6.5. Oh, has it increased it? I don't think it has increased it. Right. Let's just save it and go. Yeah. We've got heat shields, we've got parachutes, we've got eggs. We'll be fine. We'll be good. We'll be fine. Right. Time for a new rocket launch. So whack it up to full and then turn it down. Get the gravity turn started. I don't know if it's got. I think it needs a little bit more thrust. Have to change those stages out. That's fine. Because the liquid fuel is going to run out before the solid fuel. I mean, they'll both run out at the same time, pretty much. But the solid fuel is meant to be your kind of your big pusher through the atmosphere, because the engines are less efficient in atmosphere. It's quite a steep ascent profile. It is quite steep. Goodbye. Right. I don't know if we're going to have enough, but we'll get into orbit and we'll be fine. I feel like we should be absolutely fine. I've still got 2,500 meters a second. And I'm already going 1,000, but I suppose it depends on how much I need to increase my speed by once we get into orbit. It would be nice if I can go for a straight moonshot. From the apoapse. Is that bringing me closer? Wow, that will bring me right in. Don't want to come right in because I want to be able to kind of adjust. $22,000. That's going to be one hell of a moonshot, that is, isn't it? It's going to take me a minute to burn. Apparently. So I'm going to want to start my burn at about 30 seconds. I think. I keep having to check on my other screen because I can't actually see. It's cut off by the bottom of the window. So yeah, at 30 seconds, I'm going to want to start my burn. I'm hoping I've got enough fuel to get me there, because I've got 1,000 seconds of thrust. I've got 2,500 meters a second of delta V, so we're good. We are good. We shall get to the moon, even if we don't get to land on it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that I'll be able to land kind of sensibly close to the other dudes here. Got 1,000 meters a second of delta V in my upper stage, which I'm hoping is enough. I put the heat thing on the wrong part. I'm such an idiot, aren't I? The heat the heat thing is at the end of the engine. It's not gonna do anything because I'm gonna stage it and it's gonna be kind of. I want to see what happens when I stage it. I mean, I've got the rocket, I've got the engine itself to act as a heat shield, but if I fluff this up, I don't know, it'll be fine. I mean, I might end up getting Valentina lost in deep space, but we'll see. If I stage this and then I can't then use my rockets, that will be a problem. I think I might have genuinely fucked this up, but we'll see. It could be fine. It could be absolutely fine. Right, 300 meters a second left. Okay, so we're going to need to SAS round the other way. Because at the moment we are on a collision course with the moon. And I don't really want to do that. So I want to slow down just a smidge. Just to bring me in close. So I want to warp. Yeah. Right. Okay, so we've still got 600 meters a second left. And so that should be able to, that should hopefully, if I do a maneuver, in fact, the direction I'm going, hopefully, good. I don't want to warp, no, I want to add a maneuver. That could be genuinely perfect. Look at that, it goes right over the landing site, and I just have to, not quite, a little bit. Maybe going a little bit north. There we go, it goes right over the landing site. I want to get a little bit further. There. So that only requires 300 meters a second. So I could end up landing on the mainsail. Like, I'm not going to risk it. Hopefully. Really? Yeah, I think I can do. I'm pretty certain I'll be able to decouple the heat shield. No problem. I don't know. It could be really bad. This could go really poorly. But at least I know that this rocket will get me to the moon. And it would just be a case of rectifying that issue. That's so dumb. Really can't believe I did that. So how long is this burn going to take? 6 seconds. I need to be at 3. So I can burn. I can warp to the burn. To the maneuver node. Right. Wonderful. Oh well. Okay, it's fine. Been alive. Wow, that was pretty damn close. Normal. Go at this point the normal a little bit to bring us a little bit north. Bring us a smidge north. There we go. Hopefully that'll take us right over the landing site. Right. We basically just want to launch point retrograde, really, the entire way down. Like, at the moment we are just gonna hit the ground if we walk too hard. It'd be nice if I could see what speed I'd be going when I get there. I can always potentially adjust my direction as I need to. Why is that all red? Oh well. Maybe it's damaged. Who knows? Who fucking knows? So basically I can walk around here a little bit. Right, so we do want it on that one. It's gonna be the thing is I'm gonna undershoot it, I think. Is first moon landing. I think I want to point radial out, don't I? And just give me a little bit more upwards momentum. Just so that I can bring my landing a little bit closer. How fast am I going? I've only got... I should be a good couple of kilometers above it. A bit worried. I think I want it... Wait, retrograde. I'm not speed boosting. This is... I think this is going to be a bit of a suicide burn, isn't it? Okay, well... okay, fine. Well, that certainly could have gone a lot worse. We're only... 1.5 kilometers away. Which, honestly, is fucking incredible, considering I eyeballed this whole thing. The entire landing has been eyeballed. To be honest, I'm really fucking impressed with myself. Like, I don't think I've ever had such a good landing. Landed anywhere near my target. These legs are not facing the right way. Right. What direction is that? Because I would like to get a little bit closer. Right. Is that going to take me where I want to go? I've got no idea. I'm just hoping. I just want to get a little bit closer. Right, we're getting pretty close to the ground. I think we're going to need one more little jolt towards the target. One more little jaunt towards the target and we'll be fine. Locked. direction is the target in? Go up a bit. Retrograde. Wasn't what I want to do. I want to point radial out a little bit. A little bit towards the target. Radial out again. This is a little bit cheese. Right, and I want to point retrograde. I want to get within a couple of 100 meters. Like, this is probably not really the right technique for approaching your target, but for me it worked. I think this is pretty damn close. 100 and something meters is pretty damn good, I think. 100 meters away. I could probably get a little bit closer. I kind of want to land basically on top of it. Which I think I might end up doing if I'm not careful. Right. Nice! What a landing. What a landing that is. We've got 1,000 meters a second of fuel. I'm really hoping that's enough to get us back. Man, if this rescue mission works, I'm gonna be so chuffed. I think 1,000 should be enough to get us back to Kerbin. No problem. Like, it shouldn't be a problem to get us back. If I burn in the opposite, if I burn in the direction the moon is going, pick me up a bit of speed, right? If I burn in the direction the moon is rotating. Board. There we go. So this capsule will sit here evermore as a reminder of my poor attempt to land on the moon. And then I've got this bad boy here as my incredible skills at this game. God, I'm really not that good at this game. That is so horrifying, whatever's going on down there on the camera. I'm really not that good at this game. There are people out there that would have done that first time and with a smaller rocket. That would have landed like an inch away with a smaller rocket and, you know... Nope, I don't... Board, not fucking climb around. So... where do I go? No, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Just need to get off the surface of the moon. And... well, off the surface and into orbit. Well, actually, no, this way. Burning this way is better. I think. God, I'm going to be really close fuel-wise, aren't I? Okay. Right, down. Man, I am good at this game. No, I'm not. It is just entirely fucking luck, I think. Like, pure luck. Like, it would, if I happened to land at the Kerbal Space Center, then I will be very impressed. But I don't think there's any way. I need to kind of, I'll be coming in very hard if I do that. I need to come in a bit less hard. Especially as I'm considering now I don't have a heat shield. I've got a bit of... I can slow my ascent down a little bit. Actually, I want to get in a little bit closer. I'm a little bit out of the atmosphere. I want to get in about 60. Like, tiny amount, just... It'll be fine. We'll see. At least if they burn up, the ashes will be spread in the Kerbin's atmosphere rather than them dying on the moon. This is going to be a really, really aggressive return. I feel like I'll be coming in at like 3,000 meters a second, and I'll only be 40 kilometers up. Get up to 60. There we go. 60. I feel like 60 would give me a bit of time to kind of bleed off some speed. How long would it take me to get there? I could launch a new rocket. Yeah, I could launch a new mission in that time. Let's go launch a new rocket. Okay. While they're busy coming back from the moon, we can launch a new mission and get that going. Let's save the game. Oh, fuck it, quick. What are we going to launch? We can launch a space station. I'm going to leave that there as a reminder of my stupidity with the heat shield. I could probably bring it into a stable orbit and go and pick it up with another rocket, but I don't really. That seems like so much hassle. I don't really. Oh, we could start building a space station. We could build like a bit of a space station. How long have we got? 45 minutes. Fine. So we can start building a space station if you wanted to. I like these lander cans. They're cool. We have to have the cupola. Oh, this lander can looks so much better than the old one did. Right, obviously a space station needs a cupola module. Structural. Put in here. What can we put on a space station? Be fun. Hey, what the hell is that? That's coupling. That is. So whatever it is, it's gonna need obviously a docking. Or some docking ports on it. A structural tube. Very short. Oh, you can change the length. That makes sense. As much as I like the cupola module, I don't like having... It needs to really be on like a... My opinion. We need like a structural part. That looks a bit dumb. That looks a bit... It does look a bit silly. A bit cartoony. Oh. Not quite what I was going for. There. Different size? There used to be a flat one. There it is. It still looks silly. I don't know why they haven't done a 2.5 meter kind of multi-point connector. We could put a it's like a storage container. Okay, pressing those buttons does something. Cool. Crew cabin. Container module. Looks like a thing to put on the ground. What's that? That's massive. What does that do? has triumphed in creating a larger version of the previous scanning arm, duplicating the heroic feat of twice the lifetime scientific accomplishment. The medium scanning arm incorporates a third instrument for further data gathering, increasing the amount of data the arm will gather. Cool. Is there a large one? There is a large scanning arm. Is that for like gathering surface data? I don't know. Let's put looks a little bit less silly. Still looks a bit silly. A bit less silly though. Right. Rotate. There we go, so that they're kind of there. Wrong button. Oh god, I need to remember the buttons. There, so docking ports. Wonderful. I put under here. I don't want to just put another docking port, that's boring. We can put like put one of these on here. I have like a 2.5 meter docking port. That'd be quite good actually. For things like fuel tanks. And it just adds to the structural integrity as well. It's always nice when trying to lift it up. So let's put struts there. That'll help. We need power up here. Really good. What we could do? We could recharge our battery bank. And then maybe one there as well. Yeah, that looks good. Gigantor solar array. Some power generation. A bad thing. Why is that not lined up properly? Why is the flag not lined up properly? That's infuriating. I could put them there. That makes sense. And would it make more sense if I were to put one of these? That's a good question. Because then I can put those there. Can get more. Yeah, fuck it. I like that. That's cool. Right, and like a big ass antenna. I mean, it's a cupola module, isn't it? It's not really an antenna module. I don't know. That looks cool. Let's make that station core. Core. Some RCS on here is useful. Like, I think it will help some RCS if we have some RCS thrusters on here. That help? That help? I don't know. I feel like that'll help. Keep it oriented at least. Especially if we put a couple of small RCS. Yeah, the problem with the small one though is it'd be a real pain in the arse to move the RCS around. Not that I really don't think I'm going to get to that point playing it today. But it's always good to think about these things. big ass chunk of RCS right there. Save. I think it could do, if I stick a probe core on here, then that will mean that it doesn't have to be manned. Because I think trying to launch this thing is gonna be bad. Let's also get a advanced reaction. I'm just adding more and more stuff to this, aren't I? More things are getting added every time. Like, ooh, magnometer boom. That's quite fun. What's that to do? Then boom. Wow, that's cool. That looks very space station-y. What it's for, but it looks cool. I think I could maybe do with like at least a couple of extendable solar panels, maybe. Like, yeah. That's good. That'll keep it. It's not too much in the way of these docking ports. Obviously gonna need some power generation for when it's dark. That'll do that. Adding more things. Gonna want a radiator panel. Probably. Wow, those are big. Holy crap. Those are massive. Those are so much bigger than I thought they would have any need to be. You kind of look cool though. A radiator panel. Oh, what else can I stick on this thing? Is I suppose the ultimate question. How much more shit can I fit on here? You've got those. Got those. Because the more stuff you get on here, really, the cooler it'll look. Lights. That's what we could put on here. I don't know if I'm going to even have time to fucking dock anything. We're making this and never dock anything here onto it. Go. Might just stick. Some lights under here. Because that way you can kind of see the docking port coming to dock on it. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to even have time to dock anything in this. But it'll be fun. That's the station core. Got like a sub assembly, haven't you? But we need to build a rocket to get this into space. We also need a payload fairing. Oh. 2.5. The thing is sticking out of it, but that's not a problem. Maybe it is a little bit. Raise them up a smidge. Yep, that's fine. It's going to be very precarious when these are both extended, it's going to be pretty precarious docking something into there. That's fine. I'll do that. Good. So I need a fairing. That is one hell of a fairing, isn't it? I'm sure it's fine, but it is a big, chunky thing. We're going to need one hell of a rocket to get this into space, aren't we? I think we're going to have to break out the big boy boosters. They're not like an adapter for this. Rather than using a 2.5 meter, what if I knock up the size of the fairing? There we go. Wow, that looks weird. I knock up the size of the fairing, and that means I can stick a bigger... Even still, that's too big. Okay, let's increase that again to maximum size. Rounded shape. Because I'm pretty certain round is the most effective shape. I don't even know if this is going to get into orbit. But we shall see. Big enough. Big enough engine. Tiny. Again, too small. What is the point? Why is there not engines that are big enough to fit underneath this? Oh look, there's an adapter. It goes from 2 meters to whatever that size is. Is that 2 meters? Yeah, so I want like 3 meter parts. Those ones. You can get like an adapter from this size to this size, which is crazy big, if I'm honest. Go. Let's stick. Oh, you've got the engine cluster. Right, that makes sense. I want something like that. I really think that's going to be super overkill for getting this into orbit. Well, whatever I'm going to build is going to be super overkill. But it'll be a fun kind of thing. It's going to be. I don't want you on there, Bob. You can go up there later on a smaller, more sensibly sized rocket. Put that in the middle. That looks silly. Like the Rhino there. Can you fit like the mainsail fit there? Not quite. Almost. Does if you do that. Fucking hell. Oh, a little bit. Mostly fits there. Not quite, but mostly. So this has 4,000 meters a second. Obviously the fairing, that engine, that. So 4,000 meters a second. This could probably get into orbit as it is, but I'm gonna strap some big fuck off boosters to this. Because you want to see something big and impressive go boom. Or just something big and impressive. Right. 5,000. Cool. This could make it. Like, this could totally make it into orbit. Actually connect. They're not quite lined up though. Yeah, now they're lined up. Good. So this could definitely make it into orbit, I think. Like, this is a massive fuck off rocket and completely over the top, I think, for this. You could probably do this. Probably lift the same payload with 2.5 meter rocket parts and a mainsail. In fact, I know you could do it with that because I've done it with that so many times in the past. I built a whole space station previously with a rocket made out of the Gigamax, whatever they're called, the Rockomax Jumbo 64 tank. One of those, a mainsail and some asparagus stages, and that basically could take up any part I threw at it. So this is going to be beyond overkill, but I want to see it. I want to see what happens. I want to see how it goes. Okay, I want to put some massive fuck off fins on it as well. God, this is a monster rocket. Absolute monster rocket. Great. It looks great, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna just be fantastic. Or it's going to explode in my face. But we'll see. Check your staging. So we've got RCS on this thing, as it is. We've got RCS, we've got everything else up on the top. So we're good. Right, I guess we just whack it on. There's no one on board this, so at least if it absolutely fucking fails, we're not going to lose a Kerbal or anything. It's going to be fine. God, this thing has actually got a really low thrust to weight ratio. God, this thing is not going. It's kind of, it's side slipping a lot. But this rocket looks like a dildo. Fucking hell. it's got a very round tip penetrating the skies. This rocket is so overkill for what I'm doing, for sending this space station into orbit. Holy shit. But if it works, I'll be happy and I'll be impressed. Because so far, I'll have to admit, I'll be a little bit disappointed if I finish this and I haven't had a single failed launch. Because I kind of expected to come back to Kerbal Space Program after like 3 years and not to remember how to play the game. Oh, something went boom. It was nothing particularly important though, unfortunately. I can bring the fairing down. I've got 2,000 meters a second in the fucking just in this current stage. Wow, that does like, this thing is so heavy. This RCS does next to nothing to get this thing to move. Right, we want to just circularise this orbit, don't we? Get this all nice and circular. Another way. 206, 97, let's radial out. Other way, radial in. 3, 1, that'll do. Fuck it, that's fine. No, I don't want to do that. I want to get in line first. How long is this burn going to take? It's only going to take 30 seconds to beat this burn with these engines. In fact, I didn't even need the upper stage. I'm going to get into space with just the lower stage. I just had a thought. This entire section is just going to be floating around in space. I don't need it. Why do they keep zooming me out? I don't need it. It's just dead weight. I've got loads. And the thing is I still have a whole nother skiff. The Rhino engine. Here. With enough fuel to get me into space. I should have put a probe core on here though. Because now this is just going to be floating around. Right. It says it's going to take me 22 seconds. I'm glad that it's it now accurately works that out rather than you having to kind of burn to work it out for yourself. It works it out for you. I want to get down to like 11 seconds or something like that. Right, we're off. Oh my god. This rocket could probably, if I use a different engine on the upper stage, you could probably use it to get anywhere. Like, there's so much Delta V. This goes unused, getting into orbit. It's crazy. I'll do whatever's up with that. Yeah, that's pretty close. Right, point to normal. And to say I didn't detach that. I didn't couple that, but that's fine. Cool. Station is here. Station is a go. I don't have any way of pushing that away. Extend the radiators. A little bit further away. Fantastic. Right, let's give this a name. Give vessel naming. Ah, here we go. Priority Station. Andromeda Station. That's a cool name. Look at that. Wonderful. All the lights on. Ah, the lights are on. It looks fancy. We're looking good. How close, how far away is my Marina rescue rocket? It's still doing its thing. Like, that's going to take so long to get back. Cool, we've got a space station now. Looks good. Let's go and have a look at the rescue rocket. Let's go and bring this home. I still instinctively slow down the warp when it gets close to the SOI changes, because it used to be a physics bug or something where it would just kick you off into deep space. I don't know if that's still a thing, but I still kind of just make sure it's not. Right, so we want to be facing retrograde as we come into here, because we don't have a heat shield. Stupidly, there is no heat shield on this, and we're going to have to use the engine as the heat shield, which I'm sure will be fine. Be fine. It'll be fine. It won't be a massive problem, but it'll be fine. So we're bringing this bad boy home now. So, periaps is 61 kilometers. I might as well just use up the rest of my fuel to just kind of burn off a little bit of speed. 59 kilometers, that should be solidly within the atmosphere. I don't know if it's going to be enough to completely slow me down. Hopefully, it'll be enough to, well, it'll bring the orbit in closer. It will burn off some speed. It certainly is deep enough to burn off some speed, if it's not enough to completely bring me back for a landing. Or it's completely within the atmosphere still. So we're going to go round. That's fine. Don't care. I'm in a tiny airship. We're going to go to the. We're going to have to RCS ourselves slightly deeper into the atmosphere, because it seems like 60 kilometers is not deep enough. I thought it might be enough to just burn off a bit of speed, but no. We're going to want to warp up to the apoaps. And it's going to want to burn off a bit of speed using RCS. I don't know how much we've got left. We got loads. Let's bring it down to like 45. Yeah, that'll do. That should be fine. That should bring me solidly within the atmosphere to really burn off some speed. It does actually look really nice. They kind of, I think they've done a graphical change, haven't they? Although there's a sort of a lack of atmosphere, I feel like. But you see it more when you get closer. I'm gonna be fucking miles away from KSC. That's fine. Right. We're coming in, hopefully. I don't know if it's gonna be for the landing. We'll see. I mean, we're gonna be coming in at 40 something kilometers, aren't we? So that, oh my god. I'm a bit worried that I'm gonna basically get just pancaking into the air. Certainly is burning off some speed, a lot of speed. I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be just about okay, because we're still in the very upper atmosphere. The atmosphere is still very thin, and we're just bleeding off speed. We're not. It's obviously the more the speed gets bled off, the kind of the longer you spend in the atmosphere. So we'll be coming in for another run. Well, at least that means we're keeping it relatively safe. We're not gonna be burning our things to death. The engine, which, to be honest, I don't think is a very good heat shield anyway. I've only got like 15 minutes left. We'll get this landed, and then we'll blow some shit up, because so far, we did have that pretty eventful moon landing, didn't we? But let's just piss around. I want to piss around with some with some of the robotics for a minute. So might come back for this another time, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Have a look at blowing some robotics up. Okay, we're back here. How close are we going to be to KSC? Yeah, we're going to be like on the other. Maybe if we'd done one more loop, we might have made it. In fact, we might end up doing another loop. Ooh, it'll be very close. It will be a very close loop if it is. It'll be a very short one. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be coming around once more, because we're kind of leaving the atmosphere now, aren't we? And we're not going to get quite below 70 kilometers before we leave the atmosphere. don't know, I think we might be kind of within the event horizon of it now. A little bit, where it's like we are going up, but we're still in the atmosphere, so it's kind of, oh no, we are definitely going out of the atmosphere now. Never mind, we are definitely going round for another run. Right. Gotta wait. It's gonna take ages just to get out of the atmosphere now. Fucking hell. Whee! I do love this game. It's really pretty. I'm definitely looking forward to KSP2. Like when that comes out. I'm looking forward to seeing what that's like. Like this game has been out for fucking years. I don't even know how long it's been out for. Like obviously it was in like early access. I'm gonna be coming into. I don't think I'm gonna make it because I'll be getting at 30 kilometers there. I think I'm gonna fall short. I might end up on the same continent though. I would be very surprised if I happen to land somewhere around here, but we'll see. It'd be kind of cool, but I've got no control over that now. We're all down. Like I have no engine control. I've got no fuel, so it's all down to how much speed we can bleed off. So we're definitely on the final ascent now, though. We're definitely will be landing shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We'll shortly be landing somewhere on the planet of Kerbin. So fasten your seat belts and be prepared for a particularly bumpy landing. God, we might be landing in the sea, so prepare yourselves to get wet. Hope you like swimming. Yeah, we're not going to be like pretty damn close, to be fair. Like, if not basically on it. Holy shit. How have we landed so goddamn close? Like, holy crap. Like, we are literally within, like, we could build a rover to come here and pick everyone up. Like, we are within, like, 10 kilometers of KSC. That was entirely dumb fucking luck, though. Like, there was no kind of skill involved in this landing at all. It is entirely dumb luck, just because, obviously, if I'd, but you know, gone a bit deeper on my first time, I would have landed miles away. But I mean, I could totally say that was all skill. It was all professional skill landing this. Like, I'm just so good at this game. Dumb luck. Entirely dumb luck. But it's nice. It's always satisfying. This is going to land really hard. Ugh. We didn't need the engine anyway. What's going on with the terrain? Didn't need that anyway. I mean, we did a pretty good job. Like, KSC is just over that hill. You could walk there if you wanted to. You could 100% walk there. That mountain looks really weird. Right, so we've had some, like, we've done a lot today. I launched a rocket, and with the sole intent of just going into orbit, but we landed on the moon. We fucking landed on the moon. But unfortunately, it was a bad landing. But it wasn't so bad. Everyone survived. We then rescued them, and we then landed another ship, like within like a kilometer of them, and rescued those dudes that we left on the moon, brought them home, and they are literally over there. So I have to say this has probably been my most successful attempt at playing Kerbal Space Program. Oh, and we've also launched a space station. So like, you can't say that it was a bad um, attempt at this. I could probably just pick him up in a fucking plane. I just stick a probe core on here. You just fly the plane over there and just pick him up. That plane. Let's pick a plane. What's this? What are these? How do they work? I don't remember seeing any of those. Like fun, I'll have to play with that at some point. What else is there? Oh, it's like a little helicopter. Oh, that's cool. Still only like 2 seats in it though, but it's still cool. Mallard. Oh, that's like a cargo plane. Oh, there's so many stock planes in here now. I remember there were like 10 of them. A Valfopter. That's cool. Whatever that is Thunderbird, Strato launcher. Is that a fucking missile? That seems like fun. Yeah, I'm gonna fly this. I'm gonna fucking fly this. I want to see what this is like. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's launch. Let's fly this. Wow, that's not much fuel in this, is there? Also, I'm a bit worried about pulling up. Oh, it's fine. It's got enough kind of static lift. I don't need to worry about that. Oh, that's so loud. Oh, I could just go over here and just fucking nuke these boys. Just bomb them. Oh, I kind of want to do that. I'm gonna quick save. Like, this is just a bit of fun. To be honest, if I fucking manage to hit them, I will, or even hit anywhere near them, I will be incredibly impressed. Fire! Ah, boom. Why did it switch control? Well, that was fun. I completely missed. But then this thing in itself is a projectile that we can use. I did once build a plane that could. I was pretty impressed with it actually. I don't remember. I don't think it was modded. You could fly it at like Mark 2, and you could do a U-turn in less than 100 meters. And I can't remember. I've tried rebuilding it like 3 times, but I think it might have been modded or using like like whatever it is. The God, this is flying at like Mark 1. Boom! Oh, I'm sad it didn't do more damage. God, that was... What the hell is going on with this? Anyway. Saved at this point. Oh, you know. That's fine. That was fun. Let's fly something else. Let's pick another plane to fly. God. I want to try flying that helicopter thing. I have to admit, my flying skills have definitely gotten worse. I used to be much better at flying, but now obviously I haven't played this game in ages. I completely lost. I say much better. Like, that's relatively speaking. How does this work? Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to put the landing gear away. So, yeah. What button do I press? Do I press a button? Sets. Brakes. I need to learn more about how this stuff works, I guess. One? Ah, one, that works. Well, this is really silent, isn't it? I'm gonna crash. I forgot a bad for Bill. Ooh, well that went alright. That could have gone better. That could have gone bad. That could have gone a lot better. But that's a lot harder to fly than I thought it was going to be. If I look at the action group, I actually understand how to fly it. Ah, okay, fine. Like a fun-looking plane. Osprey. That looks fast. Pointed. Raven Spear. I remember that one. The Velocitide. Oh, that looks like a little private jet. That is nice. Thunderbird. I bet that's fast. Let's fly that. God. I don't really have enough time to... I don't really want to start building stuff, but I don't mind flying stuff around for 5 minutes. Wait, there's... couplers? Oh, it's like a bomber! That's cool. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to nosedive the runway. Oh my god. What is going on? What? Oh god, I'm really breaking the camera. Okay, let's go flight simulator mode. Right. Right, we're coming around for a bombing run. Here we go. Come around. We're aiming for the vehicle assembly building. What's our speed? Speed is only 100 meters a second. Wow, we're going really slow right now. Coming in for a low bombing run. Wait, are we going at full speed? Bombs away! I'm pretty certain I completely missed. I don't think I could have missed any harder. Like, I should have deployed them like 30 seconds before. This is not very fast. More like a long range bomber than just a bomber, than like a high speed plane. Gonna crash. Oh, sorry, Bob, you're dead. But anyway, just pissing around. We're not doing anything. Yeah, is there anything else to try out before I go? Like Arrow E. Come on, Bob, you're getting on that. Right, let's see if this works. I want to see what this does. So press 1. It's like a silent little glider. Well, this is nice. This would be this would be looks like it'd be relaxing. Although I say that, I'm pulling like 10 G's. Like, it seems relaxing, but what is going on with the terrain? The terrain is having a moment. We're going to go and start flying. I don't think we can really fly fast enough to get over to there in any reasonable time frame. So, are those determined by thrust? Or not? I don't think they are. Or maybe they are. Okay, they are determined by thrust. That's probably why the helicopter stopped working. Because I turned the thrust down, maybe, or something. I have no idea. I don't know how this works. Let's go and visit these dudes in the little, little jet. Limited crew control. It's like a little glider, isn't it? Okay, move the helmet. Move neck ring. Deploy shoot. Okay, what happens if I do that here? Oh no. um. Okay. Wow. Well, that's going to be very helpful. Well, I mean, he's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's not a problem. This chute has got airflow, so I don't think that's quite what the chute is designed for, but working. It's working. Nearly there. We'll just hang on. We'll go get some height. God, it's so unwieldy. Like pull up a little bit and you just pull like 12 G's out of nowhere. Pick up a bit of height, and then we'll parachute Bob down. Parachute him down. Is that like a tree? There's like 10 plants in this area. Right, we're about a kilometre away. Are you ready, Bob? Are you ready for your base jump? Oh, never mind. It's just gonna fall out. I probably shouldn't have unequipped. Probably shouldn't have launched his parachute. No! Right within range of the pod. Ow! Poor Bob. That did not look good. Over that flight. Fuck it. Right, it's 10 o'clock. I need to go. That was fun though. I've had fun playing this. It was good. So obviously we had that moon landing. It was a moon landing. It was an unintentional moon landing. That was the impressive thing. Totally did not intend on landing on the moon, but we did anyway. And then after we did that, we rescued them. Fucking rescued them from the moon, which I'm very proud about and very impressed with. We've launched a satellite, a space station, and then we also managed to bring the rescue team home, which is nice. So it's quite good. I don't know if when I'm gonna play this again, but at some point I might do. So we'll see. But it was fun. I enjoyed playing this. Thanks to Tommy Boy for following. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Right. I need to go. Bye. I need to go.